Hey guys, the camera is so far away, hopefully you can hear me from here, but this is kind of the setup I needed to have for today's video. I decided that for today I would do more of kind of like a sit down video. I like to call it like a laundry chat. So I have all of these clothes. This is a gigantic basket of clothes that are all clean that need to be put away. So I thought, you know what, let me tackle this chore while also filming a video and giving you guys kind of like a life update. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might have noticed that I do a life update about once a month, once every 2 months. And I think it's just like an easy way for me to catch up with you guys, fill you in on everything that's been going on, fill you in on how I've been feeling recently. And it's almost like a therapy session for myself to myself. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like you guys enjoy these because you really get like a really good inside look on my life. I just like to share how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have quite a bit of updates. They're all kind of a bit more personal than normal, but I think that's okay. I think it's good for me to be open on my channel and just to show the real me and my real issues and my real thoughts. I was just thinking very deeply today into how I was feeling and the situations I'm in, and so I figured now would be the perfect time to share with you while all those emotions are fresh, fold these clothes, and catch up with you guys. The first thing is a work update, which I've kind of been giving you guys over the last few days. So if you've been watching my vlogs, you kind of already know what's going on. If not, here's a little recap. But I got a new job. For those of you who don't know, I was unemployed for 7 months, and I was really just holding out for something that gave me good hours, gave me good pay, and wasn't something I really just didn't want to do. I started working last week at this new job, and it's been okay. I don't want to say too much because I know some people that work there do watch my videos, and I just don't want to start like drama or anything. It's been decent, but it's not what I was looking for, and it's not what I originally thought I was walking into. So originally, when looking for a job, my main concerns were at least $10 an hour, full-time, and don't have to work on weekends. And this job that I'm working right now is full-time. It's actually $11 an hour, but I do have to work Saturdays. And I mean, to reach 2 out of those 3 things is pretty good, but me being the brat that I am, for lack of a better word, I don't want to work weekends. It just ruins my entire week, honestly. And I know that's probably so dramatic, but I mean, when Zachary only has Saturday, Sunday off, and then now I have Sunday, Monday off, it kind of sucks because we basically get a 1 day together every week. And because I'm working 10 a.m. to 7 and he's working 6:30 a.m. to 3, I don't really get to see him at night either, or in the morning, so we never really get to see each other, and that's a really big negative for me. He just finished school, and he's switching schools to go online, so with that change, we were excited because we were going to get to spend a lot of time together because he wouldn't have to drive to school anymore when he was doing school. When he was doing school, it would be online, and our schedules were just going to work a lot better, and we were going to get to spend a lot more time together. I'm like getting emotional. I'm sorry. So we've been talking about this a little bit recently, about how when we were first dating, like still living with our parents, we saw each other so often that it feels like we spent more time together then than we do now, and we live together now. And that is upsetting. Why am I getting emotional? Freaking I'm on my period. Oh my god. But it was just like, okay, cool, I got a job and you finished school. Like, these are things we should celebrate. But after a week of like seeing how it was, it's like, wait, this actually sucks because I'm not gonna see you when you're home, and you're not gonna see me when I'm home, and we're just seeing each other less now than we were when he was going to school and work every day. So it just sucks overall. Anyways, I went way off track. The job that I'm working now is fine. The people who have been training / working with me think that my progress is really good and that I know what I'm doing, but I personally feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, and me being kind of the less social person that I am, I feel like I can't ask for help, especially because the girl who's training me, when I have previously asked for help, she didn't really give me any help, and I just kind of felt left behind. So with that being said, I feel extremely anxious to go to work tomorrow because I am working alone for the first time ever, and I just have this anxious feeling that something's going to go wrong and it's going to look really bad on me because they think I know what I'm doing and that I'm great at the job already, when I truly feel unprepared. In other news, I guess I just feel I was raised as a very privileged kid. You guys can probably tell by all of my life updates and the way that I respond to things. I was raised very lucky and privileged. Got everything I ever wanted, ever needed when I was a kid. I acknowledge that, so I think it's less of a problem because I know that that happened. So it's not like I got everything I ever wanted and I was like, oh, I just deserved it. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, I just always get everything I want. But like, I acknowledge that that happened, so I feel like it's not really a problem. But acknowledging that once you get everything you've ever wanted and had, you don't want to backtrack and have to like settle for less, I guess, if that makes sense. This is making me sound like such a freaking brat, and I know that, but like, I'm not a brat, trust me. I just know what I want and I know what I deserve, and I'm just really a goal reacher, a dream chaser, for lack of a better word. Always had a dream, and that's always in the back of my head, and anytime something gets in the way of that, for example, getting a job I don't like, I melt down and I freak out because I just feel like that's setting me back. So in other words, to explain that, I felt like I was making moves toward my dream more when I was unemployed than I am now that I'm working. That probably doesn't make sense to you guys. My camera died, so I had to change the batteries out. But back to what I was saying is like, my dream, I guess if I tell you what my dream is, it'll make more sense. But my like ultimate dream is to still be making an income, but it be from home or doing something that I absolutely love and have fun doing. For instance, YouTube. Obviously, I've been making YouTube videos for almost a year now, and it's been so much fun. Sometimes it's discouraging when you lose subscribers, or you're making so many videos and you're not gaining any subscribers, or you get negative feedback, or just any of those things. But at the same time, it's so fulfilling because you know that there are people there, majority that watch, that enjoy the videos and they want you to make more and they cheer you on. And there's just always that reminder in the back of your head of like what it could turn into. So one of my ultimate goals is to continue with YouTube and be able to make that a steady income. Even if it's not like a lot. Like say I only ever get to 60,000 subscribers and I just make some money from that every month. That's fine with me. That is exciting to me because I'm still making some kind of income, but I'm getting to do it from home, and I'm getting to do it by creating stuff that excites me and that brings me joy, and that is like a creative outlet for me. So that's something I would really love. Another dream of mine is to be a stay-at-home mom. And obviously you don't work when you're a stay-at-home mom unless you're working from home, which again would be possible if I was doing YouTube and making money from YouTube. I don't know where I'm going with this explanation, but I really want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I really want to continue my YouTube journey and make that my career / job, whatever you want to call it, and I kind of will do whatever it takes to get there. So with that being said, that kind of backtracks to why I say I feel like I take a step back when I get an actual job, because then I lose all of that extra time I had beforehand to create content, to film, to edit, to do research on making videos, to do any of that stuff. I lose all of that time because I'm wasting my day away doing a job that I don't enjoy, and that just puts me in a bad mood and makes me sad. Like, I don't want to get up early every morning and be exhausted to go work for someone else to make less money than if I was doing what I loved and just had a big enough following and could just live out my dream. So I just get so discouraged when I get a job. Like, yes, I celebrate because that's money in my pocket and in Zachary's pocket. It's money for us to have. But at the same time, like, money isn't everything, you know? I know it's so cliche, but I don't know. I would rather stress a little bit about how much money we have than to not stress about money and hate every day of it, you know? People say, like, well, you have to work to make money, but, like, you don't. Like, there's people out there doing things they absolutely love and enjoy every single day, and they're making way more money than people who go to a 9-to-5 and hate every second of it. So I'm just not the type of person to just settle. I will never be that kind of person who just settles for less. And I'm also the kind of person to make changes just like that in the blink of an eye. So if I wake up one morning and I'm like, this sucks, I don't ever want to do this again, then that's what happens. I literally will not go to work, and I will just do what I want to do. And I don't know if that's me being a brat, if that's me really just knowing what I want and chasing after that, or if that's just me having social anxiety, or if that's just me experiencing some sort of depression where I don't want to do absolutely anything, don't even want to shower. I don't know. I just know that I want to do something that makes me happy, and I don't want to have to do something that makes me unhappy to get me to that happy place. I just want to be happy all the time. And that probably makes zero sense to you guys, but if you got anything from that, I'm glad. But yeah, so let's move on from that depressing conversation into something a little bit more, a little brighter, which is some fitness goals, I guess. They're not really goals, but fitness wishes that I have and that Zachary has. And that is that we actually canceled our gym membership to LVAC about 2 weeks ago because our contracts are up, so we were paying it, and we were never going. We were never going to LVAC. We just didn't have time. Well, I had time, but Zachary didn't have time because of school. So we decided right before I got this job that we would cancel our membership there and that we would sign up somewhere cheaper like EOS or Planet Fitness to spend a lot less per month, and then we would start going together because Zachary would be home at 3:30 and we would have plenty of time to go during the afternoon since I wasn't working. So literally like 2 days after we canceled our membership, I got this job and found out that my hours were going to be so conflicting with our original schedule. We have not signed up for a new gym because we don't have time to go to the gym anymore, together at least. We could go separately, but it's just not the same. That whole thing was ruined, which is another reason why I just don't want to be working a normal job. Or like, I could work a normal job if it was, like I said before, enough pay and I didn't work weekends. That would be fine. Like, I wouldn't be complaining nearly as much. But anyway, we had gym goals and we're no longer going to reach them at the moment. Oh yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is some relationship stuff with me and Zachary, I guess you could call it. Let me grab some hangers. Okay, so if you guys saw my vlog from a couple days ago, then you saw Zachary and I going to look at some model homes because his parents are looking into buying a new house. And looking at model homes is like one of my favorite pastimes. Like, I love to go look at model homes. I love to see the designs and the layouts, and I love to see how it was decorated because if you guys don't know, I'm going to school for interior design. So that's like one of the things I love the most, but the main reason why I love looking at model homes is because I want a house so bad, and I want it to be like my dream house. And my dream house is not something huge or crazy expensive or anything like that. My dream house is just something homey and cozy and something I can decorate in my own way and keep clean and nice and put together. And I want a house like now. Like, we've been living in an apartment for a year and a half now. About a year and a half we've been living in an apartment, and that's fine. Like, that's all we had the money for at the beginning. And after looking at the model homes, we were kind of talking more about it, like what could we do to get a home sooner than later, and like what are our goals and how much money do we need to have to be able to do this and all of that stuff. We both really want a house, and our ultimate goal is to renew our lease where we are now in February for 1 more year, and then hopefully find a house February of 2020 when that lease is up. So just about a year and 2 months would be when we want to move into a house, like buy a house and such. But with that, there is kind of a catch. This might sound crazy to some of you guys, or some of you guys might agree and think it makes sense, but I do not want to buy a house with Zachary if we're not engaged or married. And if you have something negative to say about that, just keep it to yourself or your comment will be deleted. But there's just something in me that, I don't know, I feel like living in a house together and like buying a home together is such a big thing. And in my heart and my feelings, like that is a married people thing. And so I don't want to do that without being married. Like, I want that to be part of getting married. Like, we got married and bought a house. Like, for me, those things kind of come hand in hand, and you can't really do one without the other. And that's why I want to wait on doing that. Yes, we want to buy a house, and yes, we kind of have a strict timeline for that, but also I want to be engaged before we buy a house. And Zachary is like, oh, engaged or not, like, we can buy a house. Like, it's really nothing to him, which is fine. But because I have those strict rules set, I don't know if the buying a house in February thing will work out because of that rule that I have set. I don't know. That's just where I'm at. So I'm hoping for an engagement within the next year and 2 months. It might happen, it might not, and if it doesn't, then we'll just have to be in an apartment for longer, and that's okay. It's not okay, but it is okay at the same time. You gotta give some to get some, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's kind of all of my updates. Really, the main focus of this video was to tell you guys about my whole job thing. And honestly, if you guys have any advice on like jobs that would meet my requirements, like if you guys listened to my requirements and you thought of any jobs that meet those requirements, please let me know. Like I said, just $10 an hour, full-time, and I can have weekends off. And the full-time hours being like off by 6, honestly, off by 6 would be fantastic. Just because I want to live my life. Like, I feel like your life should not be surrounded by your job. Like, you should live your life the way you want to, and you just go to work because you have to go to work, but you shouldn't base your entire life around your work schedule. I don't think we live life to go to work, which I feel like has turned into so many people's lives. They're just like, that's what I do for my life, is I go to work, and then when I have off time I do other things I enjoy. And for me, that is so wrong. Like, that is not how we should live our lives. We should live lives to do all the things we want to do and enjoy. And that doesn't mean something extravagant like going on vacations every month, but I just mean like getting to spend time with your pets and getting to spend time with your family and getting to go out to eat on Friday nights because you don't have work, and getting to just go to the movies and just anything like that. Like just getting to spend family time and just enjoying company with other people because you're not worried about your work schedule. And for me, if I'm only working Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. or whatever, that's perfect because no one schedules to do anything Monday through Friday from 7 to 4. Like, that's just not when you schedule things to hang out for. So that would be perfect. And yeah, my mindset is just like, we live to enjoy life, don't live to work a job kind of thing. And I don't know, I probably sound like such a brat right now, but that's just honestly where I'm coming from. And if you don't agree with me, like, that's totally fine. Like, that's fine, you have your own opinion, just please don't leave any other negativity in the comments because I will delete it, and depending on what you said, you could be blocked. But if you have something positive to say, please leave it down below, and if you have any positive advice, please leave that down below as well. And yeah, that was my laundry chat and my life update and me whining, and I hope you guys enjoyed it or enjoyed seeing a little insight to my crazy brain and my whiny little self. But that is it, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my crazy emotions, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!